Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome back to Manchester. Alright, we've got a couple things going on today. As you can see, I got the Fent. He's currently just cultivating the land here, and as you can see, the Case quad track over there is just plowing it under. And we're still presented with the same problem, as you can see before, is the nitrogen is really high, but the PK is really low. So what I got is, I got the Night Vista. He's currently over here, just spraying this field right here with PK. And hopefully that will increase our levels of PK. I don't know. And that's really strange, because like parts of this field are really parts of this field are really good, and some parts of this field are really bad. So that should increase the moisture level as well. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, let's fire this combine up. So if you recall, a couple of our fields are actually ready to go. We have, oops, there it is. We have field number 3 is ready to go, and that's it. I thought we had one more. Field 4, I guess, technically. But we'll leave field 4 for the time being. Let's go head over to their field and start combining that field, because we do need to get that done as well, because we need the money. Because right now I think we have like $5,000, something like that. So having the extra money is going to be really helpful. Alright. So we'll come over to our fuel station over here and just fill it up just to make sure he's ready to go. I don't remember how much fuel is in this, so I'll have to just keep it topped off for the time being. It's funny, you can actually get rid of that little HUD down there. You can actually get rid of the HUD down there for the soil mod, but it's actually a really annoying combination, because well, at least on my computer what happens is when I actually hit the buttons associated with it, all you hear is like ding 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 ding. It's kind of annoying, so I tend to leave it up, despite the fact that it doesn't always need to be up. Let's hop into this tractor right here while that's fueling up, and we'll grab the Fent trailer over there, and we'll use this to unload the combine for the time being. We could use a grain wagon or something like that, but for now this will function, hopefully. It also, I covered this up, I think I mentioned this last episode. I covered this up, and it's currently fermenting, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it makes TMR, that's the ideal solution. I have a sneaky suspicion it's not going to make all of it's not going to be a TMR, which is going to be a bit of unfortunate for us, but these things happen from time to time. There we go. Let's take this over to the field as well. Might as well do that while that combine's fueling up. Combines take a crazy amount of fuel. One of the people who do custom work for my in-laws, what they do is they just keep their combine, whenever it goes to like half full, they just top it up basically. Whenever it goes to whenever it's half full, they just constantly top it up, just to make sure they never get into a situation where the combine's stuck in the middle of the field without any fuel, because that's never a fun situation. So it makes sense. May not be the most efficient way of doing it, but that's how they do it. So actually they combine in a really interesting way. So they do a lot of custom work. The people that do my in-laws combining, I guess, they actually do a lot of custom work, and they do it in a very particular way. So what they do is wherever they start, they kind of just go in a circuit around the area, and if your farm is in that area, they'll combine your fields for you, assuming the combine's set up for it. Like, of course, if you're combining wheat versus canola versus something else, it's all different, right? So it's a really really interesting system that they have in place, and it seems to work well. It's fair. Because what some people tend to do with custom work is they will do their own fields first, and then they'll do other people's. Whereas if you are a client or a customer of that person, you get the shaft basically, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. I suppose the person's the custom. I don't know what you can call the contractor. There we go. They're looking out for their own benefit, looking out for their own interests first, which kind of makes sense. But on the same point, like, depending what type of business you're running, it makes it either easier or more difficult. So, I don't know. How does it work? If you are in England, I know there's contracting out there is huge in comparison to here. Here in Ontario, at least as far as I know, it's somewhat prevalent, not prevalent, wrong word. It's around. It's not super prevalent, but you do see it from time to time. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like in England versus here. Like, how do they do it? Like, do the contractors in England just not have their own farm, or do they just they only do contract work? Because I think that is a possibility as well. And I think that I'm pretty sure that does happen. So let me know. All right, we'll just do a little bit of a U-turn here. Here we go. And we'll unfold like so. And we'll line up on the header here, or at least try to. There we go. Perfect. Now, there we go. Excellent. And let's come over here. Remember, this is the oats, so we could theoretically pick up all the straw, but we really don't need it. Or do we? Ooh, actually, I don't think we do. Let me check our trusty rusty. I guess I accidentally hired a worker there. I'm like, what is it doing? Let's see here. Yeah, we do have a ton of straw, so yeah, we don't need any, so. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get this guy started here. No, it's not close enough to the edge. And there we go, that should be good. Perfect. And he should be, yeah, good. And this is oats, as you can see. Oats are really, this is like the first year I've actually seen oats in real life, like fully grown. Because it's normally not grown around my area. So when I saw it this summer for the very first time, I'm like, what the heck is that? I thought it was canola when I first saw it from a distance. And then as I got closer, I forget who I was talking with. I want to say it was my father-in-law or something like that. And he was like, nope, that's oats. And I'm like, really? Oops. So, really threw me off. I didn't realize that's what it was, so. Very interesting, though, to see how it changes. I think the reason why a lot of people planted oats this year is because either A, they wanted a cover crop to take something out of the cycle, for example. So if they normally plant, let's say, soybeans, maybe they just wanted a rotation of oats in there. That could have been one reason, perhaps. Just gonna drive on the grass, makes more sense. Another possibility could be that maybe the price of oats was up this year. I don't know. I honestly don't keep track of the price of oats very often. Wheat a little bit, and soybeans a little bit. But when it comes to oats, I don't hear much about oats other than, like, you know, rust issues, I guess is what they think. I think that's what the problem with oats is all the time. For those people who get motion sick, maybe I shouldn't be in that view. But yeah, this year was a really big year it seemed like a bigger year than normal for oats, so, which was very interesting. I'd be curious to hear some of the rationale behind the reasons why people chose to grow oats this year, though. I don't know, if you're from the States, if you are from the States, let me know if they grew oats this year, and what was the reason behind growing oats. I'm curious. We don't need to go that way. We need to go the other way. Here we go. And we'll just position this guy over here. And let's hop into this guy, and he's stuck. Oh, he needs to do that last little strip. That's why. I was like, why does he even keep going? We'll do the last little bit here. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. Oats was a big thing this year. Not many people did canola. Probably better off that they didn't, because this year was a pretty wet year. And depending on the type of land you have, canola probably wouldn't have done very well in Ontario this year. Wheat Some wheat did really well, some wheat did really poorly. Again, it depends on what your type of land you're running that on, so it's very interesting. I was talking to my father-in-law, asking him about what he's going to plant next year, and he may plant canola, he was saying, if the contractor who plants his canola is setting up for canola, because they're really, really small seeds, you need to set up your planter in a very particular way, and it's not very efficient to do it to set it up that way if you're the only person who wants to plant canola, sort of thing. So otherwise he's probably going to plant wheat, so because he needs to rotate a little bit. Perfect. There we go. That's that. Nicely plowed and cultivated now. The fence still working away over there. Let's just walk over there and see what our levels are like. It's because we need to keep track of that. What are we at here? 10 and 1. 15, 14, 30. pH is neutral. pH hasn't moved very much, actually. I'm kind of surprised by that. So, what I'll do is... let's just drive over to this side. And we'll get this guy just over here for the time being. And prepared for the other... he's doing alright. This guy's almost full. Let's go unload him then. And we'll shift out to the... I'm not even sure what that... It's this, I don't know, the one of the drive control, cruise control functions that follows the same speed. Whatever that one's called. Follow the same speed cruise control? I don't know. And the cool thing is, I don't know, lots of little things with the drive control mod. Always, always, always. So for example, it shows me how full that combine is now that I'm in range, which is a nifty little function. And because I'm in range, it also knows that I can follow the same speed as the combine. And that should be close enough. Yep. Let's go a little bit further here. Perfect. Look at that. Makes your life so much easier when you do the drive control mod. So you know how full the combine is. You know how fast he's going. It's easy to follow the speed as well. So many little things. Love it. It's one of the best mods out there. All-round mods, I'll say. Just because of what you can do with it. Like, it's just amazing. This trailer seems a bit out of place, though. Fratelli Randazzo. We're in Canada here. Actually, in Canada we get lots of crazy brands. And basically anything that comes to United States is possible that it will come here as well, so... But you do see a lot of different brands just try to make their entry into Canada, basically. So, for example, if you see, I don't know, you might see Fendt, depending where you are. You definitely see Case. You definitely see John Deere's, New Hollands, all that stuff. But you do see some rather random stuff. Like lately, I've been seeing more Deutzfahrer or Deutz, however you want to say it. I've been seeing more of that lately, so it's been interesting to see what's coming up. And I think a lot of the reason why we're seeing these other brands coming up is because North America and Canada is a big market that a lot of these European brands haven't touched yet at all, basically. This. Oops, this. There we go. Yeah, it's an area that a lot of brands haven't even touched yet, so it's curious to see how it all works out. We wanted to decrease the working width. Or do we? I always forget how wide that thing is. 10 meters. No, it's not actually 10 meters. It says it is, but it's actually not, so... Might as well be a little bit more efficient at this time. Just turn that soil over right where as soon as it's been combined. This actually does happen with wheat sometimes, depending where you are in the world. Sometimes what happens is you'll have not necessarily plow, but you'll have like a planter, a no-till planter coming in right behind. As soon as the wheat comes off, you'll see the no-till planter come in with soybeans usually, if their people are double cropping. Doesn't happen often. It really depends on the year and the area that you're in. Like in Canada here, you might get away with it in southern Ontario, maybe. Other places of Canada, I'm not so sure. Mainly because they're just too far north. So like if you go up to, in Quebec, it's probably too cold most of the time. But southern Ontario, maybe southern parts of Alberta or Saskatchewan, Manitoba, I don't know. But it's really interesting to see when you have that possibility. It's really kind of cool, so. Excellent. I do like this plow. I don't know why. It's very American, I guess, or very North American. This style of plow with like the coulters on the back, I think they're called. The rollers. I don't know. I just find it's very, it's definitely what you would find in this area, so. Alright. Lift up that, and we'll make a turn here. We can't make too big of a turn. Or I guess we can't, what I'm trying to say is we can't skip a pass right now. Mainly because if we do... Are we going to get all that? Yes, good. Wasn't sure. It looks like we missed, if you look carefully, right down here, you actually miss a little tiny bit of it. But then the back disc gets it, so. Which is good. But soil moisture, is the soil moisture really at 0%? How is it at 0% here? That's why the yield's so low. So technically what should have happened is that combine should have been full once or twice already, but I suppose that's the reason why it's not full. It's because the soil moisture is like 0. Look at that. That's terrible. What's the area here? Is it Alt I? All that area right there, apparently, that's the pH, sorry. Let me adjust that. Yeah, that's all this area right here is all 0. That's terrible. There we go. That beeping, that ding 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 ding, that's all from the soil mod and the setup, or the buttons I'm pressing, basically. That's crazy. That means they need to put some moisture in this soil too. It rained the other day though in the game. I don't understand. I guess I screwed up all the soil mod once I did the other, once I put the other game in by accident there. Oh well, these things happen, I guess. Alright, we'll finish this pass and then we'll grab that case over there. The other case, the black case. I don't know, do they actually make black cases like that in real life? I know Case used to have, the older ones are white. Like the Case 1570, I think it is, and the 2710, I want to say. 1570, I'm fairly certain that that's the one. But I'm not certain about the other one. It was one from FS 2013. It was a white tractor, and it was a Case. It was an old Case. Really nice tractor, actually. It's too bad it's not been ported over. It was like an old school 1970s. I think they called it like an American tractor or something like that, or I forget what the name. Forget what they used specifically, but it was something like that. So it was a nice tractor. I used it in the Idaho series, which everyone loves that particular series. I don't blame them. It was a fantastic map. That makes a big difference. When you have fun playing on a map and you get to use some cool equipment, it makes a big difference. Speed up here a little bit. It makes a big difference. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a lot of American Eagle modding's been a little bit quiet actually this year. I haven't seen too many like really solid mods coming out of there. I did see a new, I did see a new Cedar, but I haven't tested it out yet. So maybe I'll have to take a look at that later on today, at some point. There we go. Let's just stop there. Let that guy fully unload. This is excellent. Good. This guy's not quite full yet. Yeah, I don't think, let me double check. I don't think I put it in my Cedar category, or I don't think I put it in the mods folder. Nope. It's not this one. That's just the horse or whatever it's called. This thing, the Pronto made bigger, basically. All right, perfect. All right, I think I'll stop the episode there for now. Just a little bit of everything, actually, this episode. So what I'll do is let that combine run a little bit further. We'll come back next episode and probably finish up this field. We're about halfway done already. That's what happens when you don't have any moisture, apparently. 0% moisture. I understand that. Anyways, folks, that's it for me for today. My name is Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015 coming at you from Manchester. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button. I really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.